trying to think like back to like when I was like not a kid but like a teenager. I love the beach volleyball. I think that's. I mean,
You're a beach boy.
yeah, I'm a beach boy. Yeah, that's where we're going with. I'm a beach boy. Yes.
I'll save you on that one, Luke. I'll save you on that one.
I'm like, I am a beach boy. I love the beach. I love sand. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Dual Hemisphere Hangout. I am Luke, one of your hosts, and join with me each and every week. I do have my lovely co-host, Jake. Jake, my man, say hello to the people.
Hello, everyone. Hello. How are we all doing? I slept in this morning. That's why I've got really bad eye bags.
Hey,
I was up till very late.
I figured I was still at work, and it was like right around 2 o'clock where I'm like checking my Discord, and I'd see y'all still in the fast draft thing, doing whatever the fuck y'all were doing.
I was taking my criticisms. That's when everyone has opinions, and when you make tier lists or stuff for Pokemon Draft League or any draft league in that regard, it doesn't have to be Pokemon.
Yeah,
there will be people who think that things are better than others, and then there will be people that think that some things are worse than others. And I was taking the cop for it because I made the tier list in the shortest amount of time, but also I needed to get the Google Sheet ready for Sunday.
Yeah,
it's the biggest one I've done, so I've spent about 60 hours this week, I think.
Oh, wow. Damn.
Getting up at 4 a.m, working on it till 9 before I go to work, and then coming home from work and working on it for another like 3 to 4 hours before going to bed.
Well, as someone who has been looking through the sheets pretty what's what I'm looking for pretty frequently this week up until this today before you guys made all the big changes. They were really good. So good, your work paid off. You did really good.
I got 1 out of 5 or 1 out of 6.
Yeah. and I will say, and I will say, I think this is just me, and this is not. I'm not shitting on our friends and our group about the tier list, but I'm like, it is just the 8 of us. It's not going to get that crazy. It's just one match, y'all. We're not getting a cup. It's okay if a Pelipper's in C tier or whatever the big argument was that I was a part of. I'm like, it's gonna be fine. One person will get Pelipper, and if you really want Pelipper, then just grab them. And maybe you'll have a Broken Rain team, and that's the fun part of fast draft. You're only have to play that Pelipper one time. All right, come on now.
I think I said to
Jake did 6. Jake did 6 tier lists, y'all.
I think I said to Nick, like, it's the most demoralizing thing about it all is that 99% of the tier list won't even be picked. But yeah, I've had to go through every single Pokemon and put it in a tier and look at it and look at it in the perspective of the format that we're playing, because we're playing
and you're not like
5 different formats.
That's true, and that's the thing. It's like we're doing 5 different formats. We have about 5 or 6 different tier lists. I'm like, y'all, if a S tier sneaks into a C tier, like, are you picking it? Like,
I remember back in the day, we wouldn't say anything.
Like, we would just be like, they're dumb as they're dumb as fuck, dude. I'm like, Pelipper's in C tier? Okay. I'm like, nice. Hopefully no one else catches that shit. I guess. But besides that, Jake,
my week.
I was like, besides the tiering of the list, man, I guess, I mean, we've been okay overall. Besides that, you did send me something pretty cool about like this yesterday. It's funny. It was like it was an Australian news clip about what was it about the Pokemon TCG, like the trading card game, not the VGC. Going for the Olympics.
I don't know who's driving this.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I was so confused when I saw it. I was just like, did like I actually see that correctly? I was like, what the heck is going on over there? I was like,
because I know they've talked about esports for a while.
Yeah.
It
must have been a slow news day.
What was the most recent one where they were kicking off? Because was it the one in Paris?
Breakdancing.
That didn't go down very well. But still requires like human physique.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what the Olympics is. Do I think
Yeah.
esports should be in the Olympics? Probably not. I don't think
No,
so. I think
me
esports
neither.
is good in its own space. I don't think Olympifying it, because when you do, it all has to go through like a specific routine. It won't be played like these TCG players are used to. Um, do I think Pokemon as a whole in the TCG should be played instead of all the other TCGs? Probably not. Like, should
Yeah.
it not be Magic? It's the biggest one.
Yeah.
It's
No, that's a great question to ask because it's just like I think about it's like yeah, like I agree with you. Like esports are
turn my lights on. It's
yeah, I
getting
was just
dark in
like
here. I've just
I
realized
was just like I
don't
was like
worry,
did
it's
Lala
fine. You're not glitching out. It's getting so dark. Just before this podcast, I won't want to cut Luke off on his running point. We are on esports in like activity formats. Remember this,
yeah.
because we will go
Right,
off on a
yeah.
tangent here.
We'll come back in a second.
We'll
Esports.
try and
We
circle back.
we'll circle back like within the last 5 minutes of the podcast, guys.
Um,
Yeah, it's
but
getting
no,
dark. I was like, so the light popped off. I'm like, what the fuck did I just see? Like, it
I,
tripped me out for a second. I'm like, was that my light or was that your light? Because it's
no.
only in the corner of my left. I'm like, what was that?
So it's like middle of winter here in Oz. It has been the coldest winter on record for Perth, I believe. Which
Wow.
it got down to 1 degree the other night. And when you haven't got insulated housing, and you haven't
Yeah.
got double glazed or triple glazed windows like you do in the UK, because they're suffering at the moment because they've got like 35-degree heat, and your house is built not to move heat, like it's meant to keep it in. These ones, on the other
Yeah.
hand, I can see around my door frame. Like there's a big gaping gap. So when it's 1 degree outside, it's going to be 1 degrees in the house,
Yeah.
which is it's close to freezing point. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's one. It's
It's
2.5
like they're
Fahrenheit
like,
above
yeah.
freezing.
Yeah. So it's the freezing here is 32, so it's about 34 degrees Fahrenheit over there,
Yeah,
which honestly is like I guess for me that's like okay, that's like a normal winter day. Like not in Florida, like back in Virginia, that's like a normal winter day. But like for y'all, yeah, that's crazy because it is Australia. Y'all are right on the coast, and yeah, it shouldn't be
it's
getting
yeah,
down
the
to
wind breeze.
30.
But
You guys get snow?
not here, but we do down south.
Okay.
They
Okay.
definitely do. They got buffeted by like I think it was 5-6 feet of snow the
Five,
other
six
week.
feet?
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
holy cow.
I mean, technically we are close to Antarctica.
That's a okay. I was gonna say that's a me.
It is
Like
you.
that's me. That's a me of snow.
Uh, but usually I'm the one early for this podcast.
Yeah.
But the reason why I slept in is because, well, one, I went to bed at like 3 a.m. because I was chatting to the UKians, and the UKians kind of drive me into my false sense of security. Because what I see on
Yeah.
Discord, this is shut. And usually, this, like, I've got the shutter down maybe when I'm content recording just to try and buffer some noise so I don't piss off the neighbors.
Yeah.
Um, so that's, I never look here for my compass, day compass, you know. And I usually, even though I've got 3 monitors and they all say the time on in the bottom left, I just don't look at
You
it.
never pay.
So my
We
only
never pay
vision,
attention to that corner right. The only time you
no,
pay attention to that shit is when we're recording the podcast. That's about it. Like to be honest, that's the only time I'm looking at that. It's like, all right, how have you crossed an hour yet? Where are we at? I'm
maybe,
like,
and even then, we still let it go. Um,
oh, we do, we do.
s- so my only point of reference of what time of day it is Discord,
Mhm.
because I'm looking at people and it's
Yeah,
5 p.m.
right.
bright broad
Yeah.
sunlight, and I
Mhm.
at one point I think me and Nick jumped to the call. It was about 10 p.m. I looked and it was free, and I was like, boys, I need to go to sleep, especially because Phoenix was doing another draft league in the background, so we were all looking at that at the
Yeah,
same time because Phoenix does like 8 drafts at once. But then, so I went to
crazy
bed at
man,
3,
crazy man.
and usually I would be like up for, if I go to bed at 3 a.m., I could get up at 8 or 9 a.m. just fine.
Mhm.
But at about 7 p.m., we got buffeted by the biggest rain/hailstorm I have ever heard
Oof,
in my life. And we've got a tin roof, man. It
oof.
fucking ricochets off. It sounded like, I don't know, it sounded like a machine gun. like hitting like
Mm.
on the roof and on the windows. So I had to get up and I had to put the shutters down because I was like, oh my god, this is going to smash the fucking windows. It was coming down
Yeah.
that hard. And then that's why I then woke up at 10 from a message sent by Luke 21 minutes ago saying I'll be ready in 30. So luckily I've been late for work before, so I know how to get my ass in gear. Luckily, if my workstation is in my office, usually my work is
Yeah.
1 hour away. So I'm in a
Yes.
bit
No,
more of
for
a
sure.
rush.
No, when I sent that message, because normally, like, I can kind of tell because you're online. Usually, like, your little green circle will be on, or you'll be on your phone right around like 9ish when I'm sending a message, and I'm like, hmm, he's not on yet. Okay. Like, then I'm like, oh, he did stay up late. So it's like Jake won't forget. Jake does not. I don't think Jake. The only time I think you forgot to ever do something that we organized, I think we organized like a podcast recording for the CCC podcast way back when, and I think you completely overslept one of those, or maybe it was Seb. I don't remember. I know there was one where it's usually all four of us, and then there's one that was just three of us. And it's because someone overslept, and I can't remember if that was you or not.
I did have to
But
dip out of one because
maybe it was. I
I
don't.
had double
Yeah,
parked or double booked. So I think
yeah.
we were doing
Something happened.
the was it the one where we rank people's teams? What was it? Power rankings.
Oh,
And like
power
halfway
rankings,
through,
yeah.
because no, am I recording it? I think
No, Seb was that
Seb
time
was recording it.
because you had to leave.
Yeah, so there's just for the rest of the video recording, it's just my chair. Like we didn't
Yes.
change anything. It was just left it as my chair.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. No, I remember that. But yeah, no, you don't do that. So I was like, well, I was like, I know he's not going to like not show up. He's just gonna wake up and be like, oh, I forgot, and I'll be right on. Because I'm like, the amount of times I do that to Jake, I'm not like being like, where is Jake at? Where is he at? I'm just more like, Jake, I'll be there as soon as I can. Jake, I'll be there as soon as I can. All right, Jake, I promise 15 more minutes.
it's because like I hold everyone very accountable. People have known
Yes.
this. It's like when I host these mini tournaments, I give you an hour warning. I give you a 30-minute warning. To be honest, I've given you a warning every single day for 7 days before the
Yeah.
event. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
it's happening. Hey, did you
Hey.
remember? It's happening. I
Hey.
told you yesterday.
Hey.
And then it gets to like an hour.
Hey.
Well, it'll be like 8 hours because I'm in Perth, so like 8 hours ahead is fine.
Yeah.
Then 4
Yeah.
hours, then an hour, then 30 minutes. And
Mhm.
if you ain't in that call 30 minutes before, you are getting the hell leashed upon you. You're getting atted in every server that I am in, that you are in as well, just because I know that people mute mine, you bastards. Don't worry, because
Yes.
I mute it too. You're
No,
getting a
it's fine. It makes
DM.
sense. You get a DM from me, from Jake, from everyone. Yo, where you at? But no, like in all seriousness, like that's one thing I like to really pride myself on is like being on time to things where I say like I will be here. Like if Jake says, Luke, I have to record this podcast at 10 o'clock, it is either I am here at 10 or I'm like, we've got to reschedule because I'm not making it.
Yeah.
You know, if
So
there's like a set time, right? Like, and so with the draft stuff, like specifically, like Jake knows this for a fact. If I say, "Hey, man, I gotta rock up at 8 o'clock," I am on my fucking, I am up. I am still wiping the sand out of my eyes, but I am sitting in my chair, propped at fucking 8 o'clock, right on the dot, or at least 15 minutes early, being like, "All right, I'm here. I'm
let's
here. I just
rock.
woke up 10 minutes ago, but let's go." Because I don't fuck around with that shit, dude. It's like it's not in my code to be late. Like my mom was late for like everything in life, like everything. She was constantly late to work. Like she's always the person who was always her start time was she started at 9, she would be there at 9:05.
That's
Like,
wild.
and that was on time for her. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't sure how she didn't
I, mean,
get
I don't
fired
know why.
half the
No,
time. 'Cause I would
actually,
have.
that's not. I don't know why I heard that as 9:50 because
Oh
I'm
no,
that
no.
I'm that guy. Well, I was that guy in the UK, but I had significant reasoning of why I did it. So
Mhm.
one in the morning, I'm really lazy, and I would just set off late every single time. And I would consistently get in at 8:37,
Okay.
8:37 to 8:40 every morning. Meant to
Okay.
start at 8:30, not 8 o'clock. 8:30.
Okay.
So I'm only like 7 to 10 minutes late, but I would consistently put overtime hours in. Like I would never
Yeah.
leave on time ever. Like, I think there was
Yeah.
once in a blue moon where if I had to leave on time, like you say, like if you have to be somewhere, like I'm going, I have to go.
Yeah.
And even
Of
then,
course.
I would squeeze out an extra like 15 minutes just because like the end of the day is always the busiest part of the day. Um,
Yeah.
so that doesn't rile me up too much because I'm that person. But it riled me
Yeah.
my boss up. Well, my boss's boss, you know, the high boss, because she used to
Yeah.
sit there and do the register in the morning when people walked in. And I walked in late every single morning. She kicked off. I was like, well, how about you try and look at me when I clock out? And she was, pardon me, I'm burping.
Mhm.
Because I was like, why don't you look at my times when I clock out? She was like, oh, well, I go at 4. I was like, well, I don't. I go at 6 and I'm meant to finish at
Yeah.
5. It's like,
Yeah. I make up for it. I make up for it. Yeah. No, exactly. Like, I mean, I get it. Like, I get like why that is, but just like I think because I grew up with it, I was always kind of like because as a kid, I was always slightly embarrassed that my mother was always late to like get
mhm.
to family gatherings. So that I was always that person that if my shift started at 9 o'clock, I'd be there about 10 to 15 minutes early, just because I did not want to be late. Because I don't know why, but that's just how I've been wired. So like for me, like on time is like 15 minutes early for everything. If I've got a set schedule, like I have to be here at this time.
Punctuality is king. Punctuality is king until
Yeah.
you get comfortable and people know what your working schedules are. But for that first
Yes.
month,
Very much.
you best be on time. It's for
Yes.
my fast drafts, you best be on time or early. Early is better.
Yeah.
Um,
Early is better because it gets you get all your questions in, you get all the kinks knocked out. You
yeah,
figure
the
because
last one was an absolute car crash. Not enough testing done. We
uh
spent the first 2 hours trying to fix stuff. At that point, it's already really late for me. Luke's day is getting on. Like he needed to be gone.
I don't even remember. Was that the middle stage one or was that the
It was a
sun moon
retro
one?
one where we tried to do Sun and Moon.
Retro.
Uh,
Yeah, that was a rough one.
that was really
That
rough.
was that was definitely one of the ones where I'm just like, mm, yeah, don't want to
Good.
bring back Draft League for this one.
No, because we were so excited as well. The fact that you get to play
Yeah,
all
we
the older
were.
generations and I'd found a way to do it. Um,
Yeah.
it was going to be really exciting. Right, back to esports. Back to
Yes.
esports. Back to esports.
Yes.
That was
Yeah,
my
it's not yeah.
pivot rant.
Yeah, back to esports. Just to here's the clip right here. It's not a fucking sport. An Olympic sport, at least. At least it's not an Olympic sport. Like I get it. Like I get that there is certain competitive strengths and athletic tendencies in the sense of like reaction time and being able to think on the fly and like stuff like that. I get
Mental
that.
endurance is a big one. Like,
Yes, mental endurance, like you said. Like I agree, like that. I couldn't do it. I know for a fact that I couldn't do it. I'm not gifted like that. Also, I'm not gifted in pretty much any athletic capacity other than surfing, and that was. And
hey.
honestly, now probably not. Probably not. It's been a while. I haven't been on the board in over 2 years, so like probably not now. But it's like one of those things. Like I don't know. When I think of an Olympic sport, I think of physical involvement and being the best at it in a physical sense of things, not in like a mental dexterity sense of things. And maybe that's because the Olympic Games need to evolve. Maybe that's where we're kind of getting at it. Maybe they're trying to add these things in to evolve the Olympic Games with the times of 2025 or whenever the next one is, I guess 2027, 28, maybe the
Don't
24,
know.
28, 2028 Olympic Games.
Is it here?
But
I feel
yeah,
like it's in Australia.
it might be. Might be. But like, yeah, I don't really think I don't think esports is an Olympic sport or it should be considered that. And kind of going back to the thing, I don't think if that's not going to qualify as an Olympic sport, playing a fucking card game is not an Olympic sport. I'm so sorry. So
No.
sorry to break it to, the TCG players and the Magic players and everything. It's not an Olympic sport. And the cool thing about these sports though, like unlike a lot of sports, right? They have very well organized almost Olympic quality tournaments that are run year round for those respective things. Like, Overwatch League when that was a thing. We had the fighting tournament games you have Evo every single year. You've got, the Siege thing. You've got, I don't even know, like Counter-Strike always has a couple events throughout the year that are run really, really well to the quality that are worldwide recognized events for their respective games, right? And I think that's okay. You don't have to have a big center stage because I'm gonna be honest with you. It also is a national thing, right? Like who's gonna be there? So we're gonna have, probably US. We'll probably have Japan, Korea, Australia and stuff like that, and those specific things. But I tell you right now, we're not gonna have anyone from probably like Slovenia and any type of esports thing. Probably not someone from Bangladesh. Probably no country, no African representation. Probably like in
Or
the
if
in
there
the
are,
country of
like
Africa.
they can't get the training, or like
Exactly.
US and UK and Australia, they all have like locals, and your locals will usually have someone there that has been, we'll cut the cut off at like day two, because day two in a tournament
Yeah.
is very, very hard. Um,
Yes. Very much
so
so.
if even if they are playing, they're not playing consistent games at a high level enough to where,
Yeah.
I mean, they could go on the run. Look, in sports or esports, anything can happen. I'll
Yeah.
put my hat off to the biggest like rookie season I've ever seen at the moment in esports in Call of Duty. Optic picked up a guy called Mercules. Um, rookie picked up from, I think it's they call their lower league challengers. So challengers are the people that aren't professional but are trying to be in the league.
Yeah.
So that, and then this guy Mercules, the Optic have been, they won the champs last year, so they're reigning champions, and then they've had a lot of team issues, and then they basically changed up all the roster and picked up a rookie. Within a month, he completely turned the team around.
Oh
Like,
wow.
he was the turning point, and they flatlined everyone in the champs this year and
Mm.
won it again back to back. The first team to ever go back to
Wow.
back, and he's the first ever rookie to win. Obviously, well, his champs was his first event. First ever rookie to win his
Yeah.
event, and first ever rookie to win champs on their first ever season. Like,
That's impressive.
that is a love story made
Hmm.
in esports. You don't see that.
Yeah.
Like, I did see one guy, I think on VGC, that day
Hmm.
two'd his first ever event, which is
Oh, wow.
crazy for Pokemon.
That is actually
Absolutely
crazy.
crazy. I think he
Big
got to
time.
like top 32 on his first ever event. Like, that's
That's some. The cards were in his favor on
yeah.
that one. The rolls
Um,
were in his favor.
so am I saying
Yeah.
that like you can't get the love stories out of it? No. What I will say is what I think esports is bigger than the Olympics.
I would.
It is. If you look at it as a collective, I mean, League of Legends alone is like touchy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
so there's no reason. I mean,
And you're not wrong.
they are doing the Esports World Cup at the moment. That's in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
That prize pool is
Of course it is.
insane. Insane. I
Yeah.
think you're looking at like 15 million for first or something. What was it like? Yeah, like second's picking up like 1 million. Like
I would have
second is
no
picking up
idea.
1 million. Um,
That is one field of knowledge that I'm not well versed in, and that is the world of esports other than like VGC. Like
oh
I'm
no,
versed in VGC, but like I'm not well versed in like, the COD tournaments or the Siege tournaments and stuff. I know they happen, but
I've
I
never
am not
watched
well versed in it
Siege.
at all.
I couldn't get into it because I've never really played it. Um,
Yeah.
I watched a lot of Counter Strike. I don't watch a lot of League of Legends because, or Dota, or any of like the MOBAs like Pokemon Unite. Like I can't.
Yeah.
It's too much on the screen for me, and especially when you haven't played and you don't have a drive to play. I've heard of all
Yeah, you
these
have no idea
fucking
what's
people
going
getting
on.
trapped in League, man. I'm not doing it. It's like crack.
Yes. No, 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 don't start playing League. Don't. If you
Um,
do, I might have to go to Australia and go
slap
and
it
sit
out
you
of me.
down on the. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna go to Australia. I'm gonna grab Jack and I'm gonna sit down with Rachel, and we're gonna be like, "You have a problem. I've only been
But
playing for a week. You have a problem."
I think that esports could run its own Olympics. You use this esports World
Yeah.
Cup as like a platform. Because at the moment, I think it's just Rainbow Six, Call of Duty. Um, I've got a feeling it's Counter Strike and maybe League of Legends. So you've got the big
Okay.
boys there. There's no reason
Yeah.
why Nintendo can't tack onto that. The only problem is a few of them are 18 plus games and there's shooting involved. So you don't want to be
Yes.
putting Pokemon there. But I would love to
No.
see that.
Yeah, I would love to see that too. And I guess at the end of the day, when it comes to like esports as a whole, like yeah, I think it's you said they're bigger than the Olympics, and it kind of took me a second to kind of wrap my head around that, right? I'm like, when I think of the Olympics, it comes every 4 years. Like it's at least in America, it's a big fucking deal. I don't know how it is. I don't know how it is in the other parts of the world, but when the Olympics hit, like everyone in America is tuning in and watching all of the events. Is that the same for you guys?
Yeah.
Like and back home, like okay, cool. So it's a nation thing, okay, national thing. Okay, cool. I want to make sure it's not just like an American thing. We're like, we gotta make sure we win at water polo, but
It's
like, you
it's
know,
wild because I'll find myself just watching like when it's
yeah,
on,
same.
I'll be watching
I'm
events that
watching it,
I have no interest in, but I'll be fully invested. Like
dude. I was watching
the
like a
gymnastics.
freaking
Like
yeah,
I'll be
the
fully
diving
invested.
competitions,
Yeah.
bro. I'm fucking like I'm getting mad. I don't even know what they did. It's like they did a triple twirl and then she'll like tilt a little bit to the side when she says she didn't stick the landing. Like I'm like getting frustrated, and I've never seen a gymnastics thing a day in my life, and I'm like, wow, like that's what it's about. And I guess it also comes from like a audience in the sense of like you better have your commentators that know what the fuck they're doing and they can explain it in the dumbest way possible to the audience.
Yeah.
Because if they do bring it to the Olympics, I don't know how my 6-year-old mother is going to be able to understand what the fuck's happening in Dota or
Yeah.
League,
Well,
as you will.
especially even in TCG because I don't play TCG. And I do try and
Yeah,
watch some of the streams because we've got friends that are doing really well in the TCG circuit right now.
yeah,
I watch, and those commentators do not do a good job of introducing it to new
yeah.
players. But they know that
No,
they
they
have to
don't.
accommodate for the people that are actually watching because they know what's going on. They know what the cards are. They know what they do, and they do try and like
Yeah,
explain. And they've got like the cards that come up on like the side of the screen so you can read
yeah,
them. But like TCG as a whole, as like just a game, takes hours of investment. It's like a board game. You have to sit there, you
yes,
have to open the box, and you have to read the rules. But usually with a board game, there's only one moving piece. Like TCG has got 18 moving pieces at once. You've got your
yeah.
front bench, you've got your
TCG,
back bench, you've got your deck, you've got your prize cards. It's like what's in your hand, and each card can do a select bit of things. Some cards can even do two things at once, and it's
yeah. No, it's
you're just
crazy, and
asking for
then
trouble.
and Pokemon's the most simplest TCG game there is
So maybe
compared
they
to
do need to start
Magic.
there. So-
Yeah, compared to like Magic and like fucking Yu-Gi-Oh. I know that for a fucking
oh, Yu-Gi-Oh is
like
renowned for the
fucking
text box.
yeah. It's not. It's like the picture's so pretty, and then there's literally like 12 lines of text squished into a little like box about that big. You get like, all right, after this turned into no, absolutely not. But yeah, no, like, and that's one thing I will give like the VGC. VGC has gotten so much better at being able to explain what the fuck's happening and like being able to explain it to a new audience who's never seen it before. I think that's one thing that Pokemon's done well when it comes to like doing that as the VGC scene. And I even say I turned into Pokemon Go one time, and they did a really good job of explaining it too.
Yeah, I've watched a
So
couple of ghost
and
streams. They're not bad.
and no, and they're not bad at all. And so I think like you said, like yeah, the TCG scene does need to get a little bit more. I would say easy to understand, but also I feel like they also need to be a little bit more inclusive. I think the TCG scene is also very exclusive in the sense that there is an entry point, right? Like you have to buy the cards, you have to um get in there and have the right amount of decks and be able to swap a bunch of decks. I think there's a higher point of entry for TCG. I think that's fair with every TCG that there is in the world. But I don't know. I feel like
Have you
when I
tried
talk to
Pocket?
people who I've tried Pocket, and it's very simple. It's very
Because that's
simple.
like
It's
half the
dumbed
board,
down.
right? They did the same as like Duel
Yeah.
Links, right? Where Yu-Gi-Oh tried to
Yes.
um like try and simplify the game for newcomers. And you don't have
Yes.
real
So
estate on the mobile screen.
exactly. And so like Pocket is okay on that aspect of things, but it is very much I don't know. I don't know. I just don't
I
feel
feel
like
like
TCGs as inclusive as they should be for trying to get new audiences because I'll watch the stream and every time it's like the biggest VGC thing, every record breaking people coming in to play the games and I do not be hearing that about the TCG at all.
oh, they are still growing. They are still growing, but I think they're
Yeah.
riding the back
Okay,
of
good.
obviously collectors as well. So the collectors,
Okay.
so like a small minority of the collectors will actually start buying the cards because they look pretty, and then start like, well, I've got all these duds. How about we try and play the game or actually play the game? And then there is TCG Live, which is like a PC version, which also help.
Yeah.
I think that the the what do you call it? The technological apps that's what we'll call them, make the game easier and more accessible because it walks you through the rules. In most
Okay.
scenarios, you can't do something illegal. So if you're trying to play a card and you think it does something and it doesn't do that, the game will stop you. But if you're playing the
Okay.
physical thing, you're relying on your opponent to say, no, you can't do that, or call a ref, which is kind of daunting.
Yeah.
Like, it is kind of daunting. But what I think would
Mhm.
make it even more accessible, and maybe something that would drag more people in, is they need some sort of like augmented reality on the streams. Like
Okay.
the reason why VGC is so good on stream is because you have a visual aspect. You've got Pokemon fighting each other. Counter Strike is so good because you have got people shooting each other. It's visual. While you're in the TCG streams, they try their best, but it's a top-down camera, and all you can see is the
Yes.
cards, and then they've got like a little graphic that shows like the players' faces, and then like a couple of cuts so you can see like prize cards and stuff. If they were to be playing it where you can visualize something, and in augmented reality as well, God, this would be the pinnacle of streaming. You could use the screen to click on the card to read what it does before you rely, and then
Mm,
your commentators are there for more entertainment value and to bring um like excitement and
yeah.
like enthusiasm to the players while you can read on the side. I mean, technically you can do that now. You could go TCG player and just plug it in and say like, what card does this? What does this do on the side of the stream? I just feel like
Mhm.
it's a very tough one.
Yeah.
And even like you say, when Pokemon TCG is the simplest, like even someone explaining it to me, like the action of energies and actions
Mhm.
of drawing cards and siphoning your deck, it's all nuanced to someone that if they're coming in and watching the stream, it's not going to happen. But if they come in and watch the VGC, they don't have to have a clue what's going on. They just know that
Yeah. Of
you've got all the
course.
animations. So Rillaboom is bonking someone with a wood hammer, and you see the HP bar rocketing down. It's like, oh, that was good. I instantly know that that is
Mhm.
good. But if
Yes.
someone draws an Ultra Ball off a Super Rod, like, is it good? I don't know. It's probably good 10 turns down the line, but it, in this exact moment, I don't know what that means. Or someone gets an
Yeah.
Iridia.
No.
It's like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I like you're saying these things and I'm lost. Like I play pocket, just look at the pretty I like to look at the pretty cards. That's about it. I don't play like the little mini games on there. I literally it's like my nightly ritual to like sit down on the couch with my roommate and then we're like, all right, let's open packs and we'll open up two packs and then we'll always say don't look because it's never anything good. And then and like that's like our nightly like kind of thing that we do every single day to kind of like unwind and stuff. But yeah, like that's my relationship with the TCG now and like what it is. I've never really been into it. I adored the Pokemon trading card game on the Game Boy Color. I loved that game because it was again very very simple back then. It wasn't anything complicated, and it's still like pretty simple now. But that was before the EXs and like the ridiculous high HPs and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, I love playing that game. But yeah, no, I just think I think overall like the esports scene is it's obviously
It's
doing great from what you've said. It's
booming.
got a whole World Cup thing. It's booming. And for me as someone, I guess maybe I need to get into I guess I need to get out of my Pokemon bubble and kind of peek around and see a little bit because yeah, I did not realize it was nearly as big. And the fact that obviously I've heard murmurings about it being added to the Olympics, and I'm kind of rolling my eyes at it, but like also like now having this discussion, like kind of understanding like, okay, well then I can see a point to like why they want it there, or just like how big it's gotten to the point where they're actually even considering it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's pretty cool, man. Though I do really like the idea of it, but I don't know,
Can't
man.
see it.
I'm still kind of sitting on my high horse. I'm like, don't know if I want to see that in my Olympics. I
I'm
really
fine.
don't.
They got
I don't know.
skateboarding in. When skateboarding
Yeah,
came in,
so
I was buzzing. That was
I was super excited.
I literally watched every single. I had to watch them on highlights because there was the time difference, but I loved watching
Yes,
this game, and I think the format as well that they follow, where they've got like
they did a really good
the
job.
runs and then like the specific skills, so it almost feels like a game of
Hmm.
skate, which is
Yes.
amazing. Um, that's my go-to now on the Olympics. I don't. What I'm trying to think of other things in the Olympics that I would go to. Obviously, there's a 100-meter sprint. I feel like that is the pinnacle. Like the 100-meter
Yeah.
sprint is like the pinnacle of the Olympics.
It's quick. It's quick. It's to the point. Like once it's there, it's done. Yeah, no, like I think a lot of the track and field stuff, like the sprints, the long jumps, the pole vaults, the stuff like that, I really like those a lot because they're kind of quick to the point and they're there. I like the diving. I think the diving is really fun to watch. I think that's entertaining as heck. As someone who loves basketball, I love watching the basketball, even though the U.S. pretty much wipes the floor with every other country, but it's still this last year it was actually pretty competitive for us. I was a little kind of sweat. Like if we don't win this, like I don't know how I feel about this. What's going on? But to be fair, in the world of basketball, the world is producing some of the best players. Like three, let's see, one, two, about five of the top five players in the NBA, they are not from America. Like they're all European. Like there's a Nikola Jokic who's on the different Nuggets. He's a three-time MVP. I believe he's from Serbia. And then there's Giannis, who's from Greece. He plays on the Bucks. Um, there's SJ, who I believe is Canadian, I think, if I'm not mistaken, as well. And then there's Luka Doncic, who's also, I think he's from, I don't know if he's from Serbia or not, but he's from some other European country, like lesser European country, like not like England or Europe or Germany or something like that. And so like it's crazy like how much of a world game, at least specifically basketball's gotten.
Yeah.
Because usually when you turn on basketball for the Olympics, like the US is there, they're gonna win because they have the best players. But yeah, like this last season, like I was very, very, very into watching the basketball. I always get excited for that. Trying to think as well. And yeah, skateboarding. I love skateboarding. So I love watching the skateboarding. I think
I like
surfing
watching
was
the
there one
shooting.
year as well.
Do you like watching the shooting? Is it like
Not really.
I don't
It's
I
not as,
don't know. There's something about
it's not
it.
as
Like
entertaining.
it's very zen. It's almost like like
I
when you
like
watch like people that watch golf.
Yeah,
I feel like I cuss people out for watching golf. Like you are a bunch of boring
yeah,
bastards. But
yeah.
the shooting, on the other hand, it's exactly the same thing. It's like everyone be quiet, and then you watch
Mhm.
someone take a swing or go, and then it's like, ooh. But shooting seems more
Yeah,
cool to me. Especially, did you see the guy? The uh, the whole meme of
I've
the
seen
guy
I
where
yes, I
he's
know the
just so
meme.
cool, just like boom. And
Yeah, yeah.
what about archery? Do you like archery?
Archery, I like watching archery. I think I just like the fact that the bow and arrow is super fun. Just
But
like the
I
as an
was watching the
object of
team ones of those,
ooh,
and bro, they were hype. They were like
okay.
dapping each other up. They were going wild. I was like,
Mm.
yo, this is sick.
Yeah, I didn't catch the archery. Trying to think like back to like when I was like not a kid, but like a teenager. I love the beach volleyball. I think I mean,
You're a beach boy.
yeah, I'm a beach boy. Yeah, that's where we're going with. I'm a beach boy. Yes.
I'll save you on that one, Luke. I'll save you on that
I'm like,
one.
I am a beach boy. I love the beach. I love sand. Um, But yeah, no, I like that one. And then I do like the swim. Oh, the swimming, dude. I love just like the sprinting. I love like the 400-meter butterfly and the relay races, like and just like the pool, like just swimming. I love watching that. I get also very hyped in that as well, just as much as the racing as well. I like that stuff as well. So yeah, I mean the Olympics cool. They got a lot of good sports. The add esports cool, but if not, I'm all right. I'm all right with it.
We'll stick to our own
You
little.
know?
I will stick to our own little
Yeah.
lane. We don't need to. We don't need to be
Yeah.
merging. Like there
No.
is no coercion.
We
We don't
don't
need it.
yeah. Y'all stay in the Euro Olympic Games and we'll take our 15 million from Saudi Arabia
Yeah,
and enjoy
we'll
our
take the
thing,
oil money.
right? We'll take the bro. When you said Saudi Arabia, I did like the biggest eye roll in the back. I was like, of course it's in Saudi Arabia. Of course it is.
Um,
No, no.
but yeah,
But no, that
it's been and
yeah,
then
go ahead.
rounding back to what happened in the week because this just sprung off a message that I pinged to Luke and I just said thoughts.
Yeah.
There's been
Yeah.
also other stuff that's gone on in our week. Well, I turned
Yeah.
30. That was fun.
Well, yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Happy 30th. Does your body hurt all of a sudden in places you didn't expect? Does like your hip feel a little weird now?
No, not yet. Well, I've always had like a lower back
I,
problem anyway, but I'm
yeah.
putting that down to gaining a lot of weight, so I need to rip that
Okay,
off.
fair.
I do want to buy a treadmill at some point because people were like,
Let's
"Oh,
go.
just go outside. You're in the most beautiful country. Run outside." It's like
What
I
happened to your
would.
bike? You-
Oh, we didn't get it over. We didn't bring it over, and plus it was a really like cheaper
Okay.
old one. The belt
Okay.
was not fantastic. I might buy a
Okay.
bike though. Bikes are slightly cheaper than treadmills. But
Yeah,
I
I just
I
remember like
like treadmills. I
you
like
would be
running.
on the bike a lot. Yeah.
Um, but where was I going? Yeah, I don't want to run outside in Australia. One
Yeah.
because the heat. So if I can get a treadmill
Yes, it is
inside,
hot.
I could put AC, which is
Very
fine.
true.
I don't want to sign up to a gym because I just never go. Like it's not.
Yeah.
I want to
You
come
waste your
home
money.
and just get on the bike or the treadmill and then be on with my
Yeah.
day. And then during winter, it's raining and it's hailing. Do I want to be
Yeah.
running in that? But a pair of running shoes is significantly cheaper than a treadmill.
Very much so.
But that's
But
my
I will
argument for
say
buying one instead of the people just go, get the shoes and run outside like a real boy.
yeah,
No.
no, that's fair. I mean, yeah. No, get yourself a treadmill or get yourself a bike, whichever, or get your exercise in. But yeah, feeling the 30-30. How'd you celebrate?
It's
Eating pizza from what you told me.
we did. We
You just
ordered
got
pizza. I
some
was like,
pizza.
at first, I was like, in the back of
Let's
my mind,
go.
then I was like, hang on, how did Luke know? Like, am I just that readable? But then I forgot I actually told you.
Yeah, you told me. You told me he got some pizza. He's like, "How did you know?" I was like, "I just
Maybe
know."
this is it.
Because I'm
The
because I'm
30s are hitting me because I'm now getting brain fog. It's like it's early onset dementia. It's
uh, bro, it gets bad, dude. I remember the other day, I for the life of me could not find my keys, and
do
I was like
you not have like
pissed.
AirTags on them or like a tracking thing?
No,
Oh, I had to.
absolutely
I
not.
had to.
Absolutely not. No. I was just like, I just go through all my spots. And now that we have the puppy, it's very much like we just like when she grabs something that she's not supposed to, we just kind of put it somewhere.
Yeah,
And so
on
that's
the
where a
side.
lot of it was. Yeah, I think she was just pulling on my little lanyard. At one point, I think I just threw it on the countertop and somehow it slid under like a bag that was over top of her dog food. So I'm like, what the fuck are my keys? And I'm like sitting there walking. It's like, okay, it's not on my floor because they're either on my desk, they're either on like my bedside floor because I didn't take them off like my my belt loop from the night before I just stripped off my pants and hopped into bed, or like they're on like two of the countertops. And like, yeah, dude, it gets bad. I lose so much shit. And I think I've become a kleptomaniac. And this is, I think I just steal things. Like, not like from stores, but like, I have like a pin collection
Oh,
like this.
I am
Like,
the worst with pens, but I just move them because I'll pick it up from one place and then I'll walk away, write something, and then just drop it.
oh
People
yeah,
at
I won't do
work
that.
hate me.
I'll slide them in my pocket. And then I'll come home for the day and I'll be pulling out 4 pins out of my pocket. Because I don't double check if I don't initially feel it in my pant pocket, I just assume I don't have it. I don't dig in there. I don't put my hand in my pocket. I do like a little pat. And I'm like, I don't see it. All right, let me just steal another one. And then I end up like with 65 fucking pins. But also my biggest pet peeve is when people don't put their pins back. So I'm like the biggest hypocrite because I do it. But I'm like, these are my pins. I paid $10 for these blue pins. So if I take them, it's fine. But if y'all take them, and then there's no pins for people to fill out their sheets for their interviews, I'm gonna fucking fight y'all. But like, yeah, when I hit 30, I very much like I'm just trying to think about like when I hit there, nothing, I didn't do anything special. I think I got pizza too. I think I went and got pizza. And then I just made jokes about my knees going bad because I'm not gonna lie, my right knee is fucked.
Getting close to the
Like
dad joke era. But
it's bad, dude.
I
Like my
work with a
body just
guy.
be like,
He is
yeah,
the king of dad jokes.
a dad.
Like I can't even comprehend how I can get to that point. I want to be at that point, but he is just on another level. And he's not that old. He's not that much older than me. I think only like maybe 8 to 10 years older than me.
Okay.
But
Okay.
he has that sense of humor, which is
Hmm.
banging, absolutely banging. I love a good dad joke. Dad jokes are
Yeah. No.
the humor for me. That and one-liners. Like watching
Yeah.
stand-up comedians and just I do like the
Yeah.
storytelling aspect, but sometimes the
Hmm.
storytelling I feel like it's a bit of like a cop out because it's just
Yeah.
they're like relying on people going through that funny situation that it's relatable. But
Yeah.
I find like a lot of the stories that they tell where it's funny, like that's kind of happened to me. And yeah, it's
Hmm.
funny. Wow. But if you could stand up and deliver
Ha ha ha.
like 40 to 50 minutes of one-liners, like, do you know how much
Hmm.
effort you have to go through to get the one-liners to work and be funny, but
Hmm.
then to reel off like what? You've got to be at least in the hundreds or 200s to fill that slot.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a lot of content to come up with. I'd love to be a comedian, man, but I'm just not funny.
Yeah. You are.
No,
You
I think
suck.
there's different types of funny. There's
Yeah.
there's inside joke funny, which is what we
Yes.
have. Like a lot of our friend
Yes.
group
We are
is
very
inside
inside
joke
joke.
funny, and I
Very
think a
much
lot of
so. Very
friend
much
groups
so.
are like that. Like
Yeah.
you have your, and that's why you relate to one another. Having just
Yeah.
generic comedy that can like
Hmm.
just go up on stage is
Yeah.
a whole nother beast.
Yeah, impressive. Yeah, no, it is crazy because yeah, you're right. You hit the nail on the coffin. Like me and you are very much inside joke funny with our friend group. Like there's like certain like things that people would never get. Like when I do this, I'm like no drinks. Like to my like core group of friends, they're like they know like this guy's done. Like he doesn't have any left in him, or he's cooked, right? But everyone else would never get that. We'll like watch a guy who's like panting on the side. It's like can't do it. No drinks. He's done. It's just like no one thinks. No, I mean you think it's funny, but it's just like, but you know what I mean. Like most people like would not get that joke, and like it's very much so. I will say my favorite joke I like to do with people, especially when I'm in the car, and I think you'll enjoy this. This is my dad joke that I do with everyone. It's like anytime I drive past this cemetery, I'm like, man, you know how many people are dead in there? And they're like, I don't know, like 20. It's like, hopefully, I was like, all of them actually. And he's like, they all start laughing because, like, it's a similar. They should all be dead, right? And like, ha 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 ha. I was like, I would hope they're all dead. That'd be kind of sad if like there's someone just not dead in there. But okay, But like that's my dad joke that I do every time. I'm like, you know how many people are dead in there? And they're like, I don't know. It's like all of them.
Oh,
And they're like,
it's
oh
just sad.
yeah.
Just little rip comedy. Little rip
Yeah,
comedy
you
is
know what I
great.
mean?
It's
Exactly.
and then
Exactly.
I'm trying to think what else happened in the week. Wait, other
I
than
think
that,
it's
it's
been
been
I mean, for me,
tame.
is for
Go
me,
ahead.
I yeah, I it's been pretty tame for me. I think this is the first time I sat down for a fast draft and actually looked at the tier list before the day of the draft. So I've been kind of like prepping a little bit. Like that's been kind of fun. It was kind of fun to sit down and look at the sheets and like kind of write out like a team list and like look back. I will say, I'm really, really excited about the Gen 5 draft because as I told Jake and Seb and then before, like my first introduction to VGC was Generation 5, like VGC 12. So when Jake said he was bringing that back, I was like, oh, let's go. And I'm like
Let's get
super
it.
excited looking at it. And then I'm remembering like, oh my God, there's like no moves anymore because it's like like 4 generations back at this point. Um, certain mods are really, really good and not like I literally told Jake, I was like, bro, fucking Hydreigon's back on S. Like the reason why, like people don't understand this, the reason why the fairy type was invented was because of a Hydreigon.
Yeah.
Because it was on every team, it did not die, and all you needed to do was put a dragon gem on it and Draco Meteor, and that thing fucking killed everything in sight. And I literally was like looking at that, I was like, I'm gonna do that strat. I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it.
If
I'm
you get
gonna
the
do
if you
it.
get the opportunity, you're doing it.
If I get the opportunity, if I'm
I tell you what happened this week. My YouTube
oh.
channel popped off.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
let's go. I forgot
I'm
about that.
calling
Your
it,
video
Tim.
did
There's
really.
me sitting in all warm and fuzzy inside, watching my first proper video hit the big screens and
Yeah,
actually do some numbers.
yeah.
It's
I saw. It was like I last time I checked when I watched it fully. I was over like 2, like I'm closing it on 3 at some point with like well close to 100 likes at that point. And I
yeah,
was really proud. Like I told
3.9
you, I
with
was like,
152 likes.
let's go.
And
Damn.
what I think it's gained me like 50 subscribers off the one video alone. And
Let's go.
most importantly,
As it should.
I think it got me the last 800 watch hours. I'm waiting for YouTube Studio to update. But
Mhm.
it's got my last 800 watch hours for potentially becoming YouTube partner, which
And
has been a dream for the longest time and
yeah,
a goal of this year. And if I hit that, that was the main one. That was the big goal for
yeah,
this year. And if I hit it by July, then I'm gonna have to make some more goals because I need goals to do it. But it's quite frustrating to like look at it because we all know that like me, Luke, and our friend group, we know that we've got that content inside us. Like we can
yeah.
make
We do.
that video that I put out. Like it's not
Yeah.
too hard. It is, but it isn't. So
No.
when we don't make it and then you get really bogged down on low views or nothing's really getting traction, but you know you can make that video. I think that's what's like annoyed me the most this week. Watching that do so well, and I knew I had that in the locker. I had that idea
Yeah.
2 years ago. Why didn't I just sit there and do it? Like,
Yeah.
and I think me and Luke have been on a very forward push this week of right,
Yeah.
let's actually we saw the success of that, and I'm
Yeah.
reeling off the success of that. Um,
Mhm.
it's proper lit a fire under my ass, and we
Yeah.
need to
No, I
get
think
this on the road. Like we've got
yeah.
ideas, let's just do them. And I think
Yeah.
the YouTube gurus have finally started to make sense. I've got that clicking point now of just make
Yeah.
the videos. Like it
Just
sounds
make the
weird,
video.
just make it.
Just make them. Just make them, dude. Like I think that's what it is because like I saw that video and I just remember watching it and almost forgetting that I was watching my best friend video. Like I'm just thinking, like I'm just watching this YouTuber at this point. Like that's what I got from that video. Like I was like, it almost took me out of it where I was like, I don't think I forgot that I was watching Jake's video. Like I just felt like I was just watching a normal YouTube video, someone with good quality production, good storytelling, good script writing, a good idea go through it. I'm like, bro, like this is really fucking good. And the thing is, like I remember like seeing how well it was doing, and it honestly got me emotional thinking about it for you because I'm like I know you put in a lot of work for it. I was here when you first started the idea of okay, I'm doing the gen lock now. Updating it every single day, waiting for a video to come out, watching all your little videos, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna put it all together. And I know you've been working on it for the past 3 months at this point. I feel like ever since it's ended, you basically have been working on it.
Nine.
Like the
9 months.
yeah, yeah. I was gonna say it's like 9 months,
3
but
months
like it feels like
properly
ever
editing time. Like there was a lot of
exactly
downtime between that where I never opened it up. Or I do like a massive big chunk of editing and then feel like I'm at a point
yeah.
where I can like take a break and then never come back for it for a month or two.
Yeah, and so, like, obviously, like, seeing, like, that do so well, like, yeah, exactly right. It did light a fire under you and me because 'cause I'm, like, looking at it, and I'm like, "That's really awesome." And last week, you introduced a really great idea of the CCC documentary, and I'm gonna be honest, I've never been that person who's like, "Hey, let's plan this thing out." I'm very much a go with the flow kinda content person, like, call me, need me, tell me what I need to do, I'll hop in. And now it's just to the point where like I've messaged like 6 people. I'm like, hey, let's do this here. Let's get this situated. Hey, Jake, I got so and so for next week on the podcast. We can do the podcast with them, and then we can steal them for 30 minutes for you to do your questionnaire with them for the da da da. Da. And it's very much like one of those things where it's like seeing the success and wanting to keep that momentum going for yourself, but also for the podcast and everything in general, because we have great ideas. And the sad thing about our great ideas
They
is
stay in a notepad.
they
They do.
stay in the notepad, right? And so it's like we have to be like on ourselves about like, hey, let's do this. Hey, okay, we're gonna record 2 podcasts this week. So next week we can sit and do, this other side stuff we've talked about planning out, or we can do a test or whatnot. Or hey, I can hop on at 5 a.m. on a Tuesday if I need to. Just to like sit down and do something. Like we
Well,
can
it's
do
hard to
that
get the
now.
production value, man. Like YouTube
It very
and
much
people
is.
have taken it so far from what it originally
Yes.
was. Like I was
Yes,
showing
very much
Rich.
so.
So I was watching. Funny enough, there's a Minecraft well, they're not. They started on Minecraft, but they're just like a what do you call it? Like a content group or
Yeah,
do you know the
they're like
Yogscast?
a yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We were watching their 17th anniversary stream.
Okay.
Was it 17th? Yeah. Was it? Yeah. Oh my god. Um, it's on my birthday. They founded Yogcast on my birthday, which I find is like really cool. It's on the 9th of July. And they were
Oh,
saying like
cool.
17 years. And then I showed Rich my channel. And my channel is older than the Yogscast. And I
Mhm.
was saying I had 4 channels before this. Like, that's how
Yeah.
far I've been on YouTube. I've been on YouTube since day dot. Um, and watching what was YouTube, which is like just playing gameplay, commentary, over the top, no face cam, then going to like montages and funny
Mhm.
clips. I'm speaking like gaming scene, not like generic YouTube, because there's always been vlogs, there's always been beauty content, there's always been entertainment
Yeah.
content, and then just like the generic memes and stuff,
Mhm.
like shrimps playing guitars and whatnot. That's coming up on my feed a lot recently, and I don't know why. um,
Okay.
but and then seeing what I have to do now to get a video like that out, my Genlock video out, has to be at such of a high level of content. For first, you've got to get the thumbnail, which is I did myself, which I think is pretty good. But usually, you have to get some sort of graphic designer to um, get you something that's clickable. So you're
Yes.
instantly up against someone that really knows what they're doing in Photoshop, really knows what they're doing in terms of thumbnail design. So you're on the big page. Yours needs to stand out. It needs to be clickable. It needs to be there. Then you've got to understand how to do a YouTube title. YouTube titles never used to make. It was the tags. The tags did it, and you could basically generate them in the back. Now your YouTube title has to be structured in a specific way that people click, think, click, go. And it also needs to be the specific way so YouTube knows where to put it, because it uses your title to put it in a box to then push
Yes.
to people. And then after that, you've got the 30-second like loop where you have to trap people in for 30 seconds. If you trap them in for 30 seconds, on average, they'll stay 10 minutes. So everyone crams that 30 seconds with everything, just overload, ping, 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 cuts every 2 seconds minimum, changing the topic, doing a little funny clip, get them in, then they'll stay for at least 10 minutes. And then you've got to at least try and build upon that story. For something like an hour video like mine, if I had to spend 2 months scripting to write the story, making it sure it all flowed correctly, not missing anything out. It turns out I missed a lot of things out because the comments ripped me in bits. But I'm happy for that, because like it's my first video, and people were saying that despite the mistakes I made, they had fun watching. Um,
Yeah.
which but the production value, it took me 9 months to do that, and a big channel, it would take them 3 weeks. I can't
Yeah.
keep up with that, and people expect
Yeah.
content at a steady pace, and I
Mhm.
think that's what I struggle with now as a content creator. I mean, we get steady content out, which is fine, but
Yeah.
should we be getting more out? Possibly, but can we get more out? No, because
Yeah.
we have an hour.
Full-time jobs. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have an hour and we have full-time jobs and lives and partners and stuff like that where we have to be like those also are a priority, right? Like Yeah, it's just a constant battle, man. Like that's the thing is like kind of like chasing the high, like of like the view is like it's the best feeling in the world to see something that you put hard work into getting like the recognition that you felt like it deserved because of the work and the amount you put into it. And then yeah, you get on this thing where you're like, man, I gotta like pump this thing out, da 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 da. But then you got to think about it back then. What made that special, right? It was the fact that you did put in a lot of work into it. It's that you did spend 9 months editing it. And just the fact that you did take your time script writing, and the fact that you're doing it by yourself. Which again, that's the hard part, right? Because nowadays, people will maybe make one video, and if it blows the fuck up, they get like that big YouTube check for like X amount of money, and then they can start outsourcing help, right?
Yeah,
They can outsource an editor, they can outsource a thumbnail artist, they can outsource a script writer. Or, nowadays thankfully we have like Chat GPT for that, which does a pretty damn solid job of helping out with script writing, right? And so, you've got, the resources, but that's the big thing now. Like you are constantly competing. But also I think the thing that really is fun and will be really cool for like a smaller channel like yourself is the fact that you've gained an audience, and now when the next video like that comes up or the next thing that you post, they'll see that and they're like, you know what, let me pop on to see this video from Jake because I like Jake,
yes,
not because the video was great. And I feel like that's what I got a lot from your content, like from your comments specifically that I was going through, was despite the mistakes, they were entertained through the video and they liked you as a personality and a storyteller.
yeah.
And I think that will do you, that's what's going to set you apart. So instead of, obviously, hopefully the next one doesn't take 9 months if you ever decide to do another like challenge type thing.
I'm halfway through editing. It's going to be the fast draft. It's going to be the not fully evolved fast draft.
Yeah.
So I've edited the big
But,
part of it, but now I need to edit the games. But
mhm,
yeah, it shouldn't take me 9 months. But now I've set the bar, so I kind of
yeah.
have to hit that level, which
Hmm.
takes a while.
It
That
does take
leading
a
on
while.
to,
But
I tried to speed things up by putting new RAM in my PC. Um,
there you go.
that went down like a lead balloon this morning because I'm constantly getting blue screens.
Yeah.
We've managed to make it
Yes.
through this podcast without a blue screen, which
And
is
I think fingers crossed. I think I'm flipping off the camera. My fingers are crossed actually. But like,
yeah. Pause everything. Luke, just giving the ones up to the stream.
uh, but no, it's yeah, I think that's the thing, right? And then obviously Jake, as like you get more and more better at finding a schedule and editing it easier, it's going to make the edit easier because again, you've never edited anything that big in your life. Now when you do a big edit, it's not going to be nearly as difficult the more and more you do it. So it's going to get easier, it's going to get funner. And like I said, was very very happy to see that the hard work you put in on that one, it
I was
paid
scared
off.
when I hit
It made me
upload. It sat on like one view for like 4 hours. I was like, no, no,
sit.
not this one,
No,
not this one. Like
that
I've never
and that's
felt.
what we always say. That's what we always say. Stop watching your view count. Fuck
Oh,
that.
I went to bed and I woke up and it was at 1,000 and then I had like 8 comments. I was like, oh my god, my phone's popping off.
Let's go. But that's
Oh,
awesome, man. But yeah, no, super cool. And yeah, that's like I said, my week was pretty chill. I will say the dog though, she's been a little capital BITCH this week. Um, she is, and I can say that because that's what she is.
yeah,
But
technical term.
but no, technical term, right? No, she's going. We're joking, so she's going through her terrible twos. This is that she's going through her second month with us, and she is escaping her little like area that we have her in the morning. She loves my Blu-ray disc. Like I don't know what it is she had against Transformers this week, but three of my Transformer Blu-rays were like the discs were fine, but the case were teared up. I'm like, what do you have against Optimus Prime? And then we got home today and we're like, all right, we got to find this new solution. And like, she was out and we're like, what the fuck? How did you do that? A couple more Blu-rays were like completely ripped to shred. And then, and then from there, I was gonna say, and then from there, we like put her back in the kitchen. We're like, all right, show us how you got it on. She got it. I'm like, you are as hard headed as both of your parents. You know that? Like only someone like only our dog would be like, what the heck are you doing, bro? But besides that, it's been
Being
a
blinded
fine
by the
week
sun.
overall. I was saying, bro, you are like glowing. It's like I was like
I have
distracted as like
ascended.
I was distracted as I'm like I'm trying to fucking talk
For
and
the
you're like
audio listeners,
got
I'm getting like blasted by the sun. I'll let Luke
I
carry
was
on
like
and I'll try and adjust the blinds.
like I'm like you see this thing going on in the back of my mind. It's like the guardian angel right over there is like giving like blessing Jake, and I'm like, good lord, as I'm trying to
There we
tell him
go.
my story, and I'm getting blinded, and I'm looking through a whole different camera. But it's been a pretty tame week. Besides that, I mean, I literally have just been working. Oh, my AC got fixed. Oh my
Oh, yeah.
god, thank God. Yes, yes,
So there
that's
was
the
an
big
issue with it.
plus. Yeah, I don't know. Like they didn't sit. Again, the people they hear they don't fucking communicate worth a damn. They're like, "Hey, we tried to get in contact with you to fix your AC, and no one's home." I'm like, "It's 9 o'clock in the morning. I am at work. What do you mean?" They're like, "Well, you didn't give us permission." I'm like, I did give you permission to enter the house. It's in the freaking notes. It's like, do you want them to enter the house? No one. So I was like, yes. And so I think they ended up sending a guy in there around like 4 o'clock because I bitched at someone on the phone about it. And then it fixed itself, and it's been nice. It's been nice. I will say a couple nights when I would go get the dog to go let her out because she would like wake up at 2 to go to the bathroom. I'm not gonna lie, I was just like I would just lay downstairs on the cold floor, like with her. I'm like because I was hot. I'm like all this beard, all this hair. I was a hot man. There was not a time that last week where if I was not at work, I did not have my shirt off. Like I was like, I can't do this. Like I can't do this. But they fixed it and we're good. And I couldn't be happier. And yeah, I'm excited for draft tomorrow. Well, yeah, can't technically not tomorrow for me, but tomorrow for
Tomorrow for
most
me.
people. Yeah, tomorrow for Jake. Very excited for that. I cannot wait to hop on, talk with the lads. I
It's been a
love
while.
fast
We've got
draft.
some OGs. We've got some OGs. I pulled
Yeah,
all the stops out.
yeah, yeah. I know. You said you got Scott, you got Mike, obviously Jack, and everyone else. Jack's married now, so I get to
Yeah.
give him shit for that. Um, but no, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I'm really excited to and we'll probably recap the draft on the next episode of the podcast because I will say the best part of if you guys never have done draft league, the best part, at least for the CCC, like the reason why we want to play draft league is so we can draft.
Yeah, we don't
After
want to
that,
play
we're
the
like,
games.
fuck, we gotta. Yeah, we don't want to play the games. You don't want a team build, but we're like, fuck the draft because it's always fun. You never know when you're gonna get sniped. Like it's a whole lot of fun. And the fact that we're doing 5 drafts
Technically 6.
is also kind of six. Six. It's kind of
Technically 6.
fucking. It's kind of fucking mental. And I'm not like I'm like normally I'm like I usually have like one draft, and I will say one thing about me if I've been really good with my drafts, like out of the 5 seasons of the CCC, uh, guarding the first season, like season 3, the team where I had the best team, my team personally, didn't get sniped a single time. Season 4 didn't get sniped a single time. Season 5 did get sniped. Season 2 didn't get sniped, but my team was ass on season 2. Um, it was good on paper. It was good on
Yeah.
paper. I just did not play. I did not play that team really, really well. But like I've always been good at drafting, like what I want. I've always been good at constructing a team and being like, I know what people don't want. I know what I want, and I can make it work. So I'm excited to do that with the 6 drafts, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So
It's
yeah,
gonna be fun. Yeah.
it's gonna
Well,
be a good
I've
time.
enjoyed
It's
this
gonna be a
podcast.
good time.
We've covered everything from
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
esports
yeah.
to draft
The
league to
Olympics to
everything
being
else.
30 to yeah, we've covered it all, yo. I don't know what else you guys want from us now. But yeah, as always, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. But as always, we do really greatly appreciate you guys each and every week tuning in and listening. I think we have gotten some good responses from everyone for like the new format style we've been doing. And it is one of those styles where I enjoy it a lot more as there is not really a topic, maybe like a little bullet point we might get to. I'm surprised we got back to the esports thing with the TCG, but we got there. But guys, we really appreciate you guys listening every single week. Always leave a like, comment. If there's ever something you guys want us to talk about, please let us know. We will definitely
Yeah.
hit it up. And then yeah, follow on the social medias. We got it covered on Instagram, YouTube. All you can literally listen to us, I think, on every podcast
Yeah.
service
Take your
available,
pick.
besides maybe yeah, pick the only one we don't have is iHeartRadio because they're a bunch of assholes. All right. There was just don't if you got iHeart, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You can't listen to us. But I'm sorry.
I don't
I'm
even
going
know
on
who
a
they
tangent.
are.
Anyways, guys, we're ending the podcast now. We'll see you guys on the next episode, guys. Take care and bye bye.